Good morning, y'all. It's 12:49 and I'm just leaving Millinocket. I'm heading down to Acadia National Park for a quick overnight. Should be a beautiful day for it. I'm hoping I can get there early enough to park up on the north side and do like a 4-mile hike up to Cadillac Mountain for sunrise. So I think sunrise is supposed to be at like 5:30 or something like that. I couldn't really make sense whether the expected sunrise time takes into account the elevation of Cadillac Mountain or not. Either way, if it's 4-mile hike, I could pretty comfortably do that in like an hour and a half. So it's about 2.5 hours to get down to Bar Harbor or whatever, Acadia, just about the same thing. And we'll see how we go. So should be a fun day. Excited to get back on trail. I'll check in with y'all. Hey, alright, so it's 3:02 and I just parked here on the north side of Eagle Lake. So now I have about 3 or 4 miles, I think closer to 4 miles to get over to Cadillac Mountain for sunrise. Cool morning, it's about 53 or so, which is pretty much perfect. And I can hear the loons singing out on, I don't know if that's the ocean, or I guess probably the lake, probably Eagle Lake. The loons have been making their kind of creepy loon call in the morning here, so left my annual park pass, NPS park pass, up on the dash with a little note, wife's phone number in case of emergency, and kind of a general itinerary for what I'm planning for my hike. But should be about 15 miles all day, unless I decide to stretch it, which is a distinct possibility, but we'll kind of see how we go. Should be great. Quiet and cool morning, so I got some warm layers in my pack in case it gets cold up on top of the mountain, which is what I expect, but we'll get down there. Should be great. .52, 57.2. Hope you enjoyed that sunrise. Look how many people are here. So I had the place, the view all to myself for a while, but as soon as the sun came up, people migrated down to get closer, take their pictures and stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty spot. But I'm gonna break on because I still have 10 or 11 miles to go, 12, 14, 15, 20, who knows. Really as many as we want to do is what we'll do. So the plan now is I'll go south down the Cadillac Mountain South Ridge Trail and down to the what was it called? I checked before I started talking and then I forgot. Penobscot and then north up to the Penobscot Mountain Peak. From Penobscot Mountain over to Bubble. We'll go up to South and North Bubble, and then up to Sargent Mountain. From Sargent Mountain to Penobscot Mountain, and down to Jordan Pond. So if that's all we do, it will have been about a 14-mile day. If we do less, we do less, and if we do more, we do more. But oh man. That's pretty. We'll get back to hiking. And 81.2 degrees on my thermometer, which I believe. Nice little breeze, gentle breeze. We are at Sergeant Mountain, which has the pretty scant elevation of 1373, but I think that's either our first highest or second highest peak for the day. But it's a pretty good view right here. I'm gonna take the camera off my stick so I can show you where we are. So way out that way, you can see is Cadillac Mountain. That's where we have sunrise. So kind of hiked up this ridge to get over to Cadillac Mountain, and then took this ridge down Cadillac Mountain, and then back here, this highest point over here is Pemetic Mountain, or Mount Pemetic, or Pemetic, I don't know, P-E-M-E-T-I-C. I'm not really too sure how to pronounce that. Yeah, man, it's a beautiful view. So you get kind of a lot of the land coming off this way. That way being west and more of Maine. But we are heading down to another peak further to the east. I'm not sure if you'll see it in this video. I'll take it over there. But over that way somewhere is England, I guess. So that's pretty neat. But yeah, that's the Atlantic, which is pretty neat to be on a hike and see an ocean. It's been a while since I've been on a hike and seen an ocean, so definitely pretty neat. it's been a beautiful day, man. I'll tell you, this climb up Sargent Mountain was definitely tricky. I mean, it wasn't super long. I mean, again, it's only like a 1,300-foot hill, so I can't really call it a mountain. But it's only like a 1,300-foot hill, so it wasn't terribly sustained. But it was steep for a little bit. Nothing too crazy. I mean, but I think any sort of day hiker, I mean, if you haven't walked 2,200 miles, definitely the climb up Sargent Mountain will get your attention. Man, look how cool those two people look in silhouette walking along. They don't even know how cool they look right now. That's terrific. Alright, well, I'm going to get over to this other peak and get some shots for you over there. Beautiful day, man. Beautiful day. Oh yeah, wouldn't work otherwise. Yeah. All right, where are we? This is Sargent Pond. Oh, I don't know the date exactly. It was a beautiful day. Just about 12:30 and made it to Penobscot Peak, or Penobscot Mountain, I'm not really sure which, the peak of Penobscot, and that was kind of my last peak that I had plotted out, and honestly I think I'm just going to wrap it at this point. I feel good. It's been a great day. Finding that swimming hole just now was what a wonderful treat. I had no idea that was even going to be there, but I just came around the corner and there was a couple people swimming. I'm like, well, I'm not going to not swim, not on an 80 degree day. I mean, and it was wonderful, man. The water was just the right amount of cool, not at all cold, but just the right amount of cool. I mean, you didn't even really have to like ease yourself in. It was just lovely. So I took a little swim, made it up to Penobscot. Just on the other side, on the, what would that be, compass south side of Sargent Pond, Sargent Mountain. And now I'm making my way down to, I think there's a spot called like Jordan Pond. It's not a restaurant, but it's something. That should be about 1.5 miles from where I am right now. But there's like 2 or 3 different trails I could take to get down there. Could just ride the ridge of Mount Penobscot or whatever on down. And that would be cool, but I've kind of been on ridges for a little bit of the day. And really, I mean, Acadia has been fantastic, but I mean, once you've seen a ridge, you've seen a ridge. So, I mean, the views are the same. Again, that's Cadillac Mountain right over there. So, you know, the path I'm going to take down is, I think it's called like the Jordan Pond Cliffs or something like that, which sounds really cool. So that's where I'm off to right now. And it kind of just rides, looks like it just rides a little ridge, not like peak ridge, but like a ridge along the side of the mountain, which should be pretty cool. And just over this next hump, yeah, someplace down there is Jordan Pond. There we go. So we'll make our way down to the ridge. We'll walk the ridge. We'll get some lunch, and then try and find our way over to the campsite for the night. Maybe get some dinner on the way too. We'll see how we go. Man, look at it out here though. And then my buddy Sanch is in England over that way. So, yeah. We'll check back later. All right, 2:13, and that restaurant was mashed full, man. I'm just here on my own, and they said probably a 2-hour plus wait. So forget that noise, man. I don't care about waiting 2 hours for that. I did catch a bus, very easy, very convenient. And the bus brought me back up to the closest point to where I parked, which was still about a mile, I think, to get back to the car. But whatever, man. I knew that was the deal when I came. So yeah, pretty much hiked from the north end of the, well, I shouldn't say from the north end of Acadia to the south end. Let me see, can I go down that? Absolutely not. Yeah, but you know, hiked pretty good, 15 miles or whatever. And now I got about a mile, as I said, to get back to the car, and then I'm gonna find some place to grub, boy, because I'm hungry. And the spot where I'm gonna be camping tonight is, as I think I said on an earlier clip, about an hour and a half away from here, just over on the peninsula on the east side of the main island of Acadia. So yeah, we'll get hiking, we'll get back to the car, we'll get some grub. I'll check in with you then. Alrighty, y'all, it's 5:17. Just checked in over at the hike-in campground. Looks like it's less than a quarter mile, so I did a very lazy job of packing. You know, I knew I was going to be hiking today, and there was really no reason for me to carry my tent and sleeping bag, so I kind of threw all that kind of non-slack pack type stuff into this big old duffel bag that my wife had. So rather than repack that for really no reason, I don't mind just carrying it for like a quarter mile or whatever. I did get some dinner. Stopped at like a great Jamaican place, actually. It was a very decent little Jamaican place. I will tell you what it's called, but I mean, if you're ever looking for the Jamaican place, I'm sure it's probably the only one in like 1,000 miles. So, but yeah, it was tasty. Got some good din, got some Dairy Queen for dessert, and made my way over here. And now I'm gonna get this tent pitched up and probably pass out wicked early, because dude, I don't know why, if it was the heat or the rocks or what, but I'm just freaking wiped today. So here's the pit privy. Sites 5 through 9, and I'm headed to site number 5. So all right.